Chapter 41 Strength in Numbers. Mud on his back, breath ragged. He stared at the fallen scavenger as the spell confirmed it. Shadow fragments. 16 out of 1000. The killing blow had been unexpected, but undeniable. Master Jess's words drifted back. No one can survive in the dream realm alone. For the first time, it made sense. Alone, either of them would have died. Together, they'd won. There was strength in numbers. He found Cassie waiting. She recognized him by his step. "Yeah, it's me. It's over. Let's go." Nephis had already pried out a glowing shard. She tossed it to him without looking. He blinked. "Why are you giving this to me?" She replied with, "I don't have pockets." They repeated that tactic 3 times that day. Nephis baited. Sunny struck from the shadow. Cassie stayed clear. Your shadow grows stronger. Shadow fragments. 22 out of 1000. Nephis' form was flawless. No aspect flare, only mastery. Even with his divine tie, he knew he wouldn't beat her straight up. But his scouting and blade made the team whole. Dusk bled across the labyrinth as they reached the statue of the Headless Knight. Climbing with Cassie was brutal. Pulley, push, pull, stage by stage, muscles screaming. They rolled onto the stone crown just as the steer returned, swallowing the world below. Night fell, no fire, only dried meat and endless water. He laid out 4 shards. Nephis took 2, gave 1 to Cassie, and waited. He showed his 3 across the stone. "Take them." Nephis replied with, "Don't you want to grow stronger?" "Of course, but this won't help me. You're our fighter. The stronger you are, the better our chances." His offer landed like a bow. "All my shards for your knowledge. Teach me how to fight." Chapter 42 Essence of Combat. Nephis studied him through bravado, through kills, through potential. Then she spoke. "Okay." Sunny replied with, "When do we start?" "Now. No blades first. Truth first. Cassie, you'll listen too." They sat like students at a dead fire. Cold stone, colder wisdom. "Combat has 2 aspects," Nephis said. "The body and the mind. Technique live in bones, not in lectures. One real fight beat 1,000 hours of drills. Training here wasn't montage. It was mileage." "What's the essence of combat?" Cassie said victory. Sunny said survival. Nephis shook her head. "The essence of combat is murder. Kill or be killed. Everything else was noise." Her voice stayed calm. The lesson wasn't. He lay awake under the void. Repetition, experience, clarity. The third cut deepest. Was he adapting to violence, or arriving where he always belonged? The alleys, cold, hunger. Maybe this truth had been waiting for him all along. The academy hadn't ended his struggle. It had named the battlefield. He finally drifted. And then, a scream tore the night apart. Silence shattered. The nightmare turned the page. Chapter 43 Repetition. The scream wasn't a monster. It was Cassie. Stumbling, blind. A breath from the platform's edge. He moved before thinking. Azure blade form. Shadow flank. He caught her in time. "I got you. It's alright. Everything is fine." Nephis stood guard. Sword poised. No threat. Only terror. Cassie shook. Words broken. The head. "I saw." Nephis said little. Then, "Cassie is strong." Harsh as it was, the truth held. A blind seer surviving this place was its own miracle. Whatever she'd seen, statue, sea, pass, it had teeth. Let's train. 2 blades, 2 bodies. Leverage weapons. Nephis said, one hand push, the other pulls. Power rose from the ground, to core to edge. He mirrored, she corrected. He adjusted. Good, she said, then leveled the mountain. Now do it 1,000 more times. He faced the sea and began. 1, 2, 3. Push, pull. Feet, hips, core, shoulders. Again, and again. Pain made room for focus. And focus made room for clarity. Repetition, experience, clarity. Strike 1,000 landed. Arms stone, breath thin, mind honed. Behind him, Cassie's breathing steadied. She wasn't over it. She was ready to speak again. Recovery here wasn't dramatic. It was quiet. And that's why it mattered. Chapter 44. Cassie's Dream. He staggered back, body molten from drills, and dropped beside them. And then Sunny spoke. Cassie, do you feel better? A small nod. Not truth. Water? She blinked, remembered the bottle. Pass it over. Somehow, he had become the emotional anchor between a stoic warrior and a shaken seer. Her voice trembled. I don't remember. Just fragments. A darkness bound by 7 seals, shattering one by one. Then, a mind blow to shards. A castle burning, rivers of blood. A corpse in a golden armor on a throne. A bronze-speared woman drowning in monsters. An archer aiming at a falling sky. And at the peak, a dying angel consumed by shadows. I felt like something irreplaceable was stolen from me. They sat with weight. Maybe it was just a nightmare, Sunny said. But the image of the dying angel wouldn't leave him. Prophecy here wasn't comfort. It was a warning you felt in your teeth. Later, they watched the scavengers feast on the Leviathan's remains. Were they always that many? The feast waned, and 2 massive soul shards glinted in the mud. Transcendent cores, Nephis said. Then 2 new shapes arrived, towering, black and scarlet, bone sides gleaming. Monsters, above beasts, intelligent, terrifying. They butchered the crowd, took the shards, and walked away without absorbing them. Do we still live now? No, tomorrow. She didn't look away. Get your shadow to follow them. He obeyed, sending darkness after giants. Cassie's vision, the dying angel, the crimson spire. Nothing was random. They were already on that road. Chapter 45. Sound of Laughter. The shadow trailed the monster pair until the maze swallowed signal. Nothing left but rest and gray sky. Do you think we'll get home? Cassie asked. Sure, he said, simple as stone. Why? Because of her. He nodded toward Nephis. And because I don't die easy, you couldn't have picked better escorts. If anyone was getting out, it was them. Moral management, disguised as swagger. She laughed, light, real. You were second to the last at the academy, only because someone smart told me to keep a low profile. Otherwise, I had been third to the last. Laughter faded. What do you miss the most? I don't really miss anything. Not even family? I don't have one. Maybe a sister. Haven't seen her in years. I miss mine, she whispered. They must think I'm already dead. He stared at the clouds. You seem to care about them a lot. Isn't that normal? I wouldn't know. With the sea retreating, Nephis had them prepped to descend. There will be more scavengers. If anything happens, you take Cassie and run. Do not wait for me. Understood? They went down, Nephis first, Sunny belaying Cassie with the golden rope. The labyrinth took them back, harder than before. Path constricted. Packs converge. Ahead, 2 scavengers. Behind, more closing fast. Nephis weighed it in a blink. If it's just 2, we can take them. I strike first, you kill one when they turn. Then we finish the other together. No time for doubts, only motion. She advanced, sword singing. He vanished into shadow. The scavengers turned. Nephis cut a joint. Blue blood sprayed. Sunny rose from the shadow and drove Azure Blade into the weak point. One down. 2-on-1. They carved a second apart. Precise, relentless. They caught their breath between coral fangs. I wasn't scared, Cassie said softly. I trusted you both. I'm a multi-talented comedian, killer, and a shadow wielder. And your jokes help. Her laugh returned, fragile and bright. For a moment, the labyrinth listened. Tomorrow wouldn't be so kind. But tonight, they had steel, shadow, and the sound of laughter. Chapter 46. Experience. Two scavengers waited ahead. Cassie was hidden behind. Nephis launched first, sword flashing. So fast, she blurred. Shadow wrapped. Sunny followed, silent and tight on her wake. Mandibles flared. Screeches rose. Death rushed to meet them. At the last instant, Nephis dropped, slid between the pair, and rose into a killing lanes. Sunny burst from the shadows. Azure Blade aimed true. The scavenger turned, still skip of armor. Impact hurled him into a coral. Air ripped from his lungs. Vision swimming, mud sticking, cold to his back. Failure hit hard, and he stood anyway. Two pincers scissored in. He dove through the gap, a perfect downward cut. Feet, hips, core, shouldered aligned. The joint parted cleanly. One leg gone. The beast stumbled. He didn't hesitate. A thrust through the mouth. Clean, committed. The scavenger fell. You have slain an awakened beast, Carapace Scavenger. Your shadow grows stronger. You have received an echo. He turned to help. Too late. Nephis' blade had already pinned the second through its spine. Then, the awkward moment. Her seaweed top had given up the fight. He spun away immediately, even made the shadow look elsewhere. Don't come any closer. He didn't. Back with the group, Nephis dressed his bruises. Any memory? Nothing new. But the spell wasn't done. Echoes. Carapace Scavenger. Chapter 47. Echo. An echo, one of the rarest rewards in the dream realm. He dove into the soul sea. Black sun above. A few glowing memory orbs. And a larger spear, pulsing at a distance. He drew it down. A hulking Carapace Scavenger rose from the depths, silent and ready. Echo. Carapace Scavenger. Rank. Beast. Echo. Carapace Scavenger. Beast. Awakened. Attributes. Strong and armored. Description. A cursed soldier of the fallen legion. As he reached to claim it, the soul sea shifted. Runes flared. Transform Echo into a shadow? He whispered, yes. The answer came cold. Not enough shadow fragments required. 24 out of 100. Surface. Nephis was watching. Cassie leaned in. Then Sunny spoke. I got an echo. Eyes widened. A gasp. He summoned the beast, black chitin and razored limbs. Nephis studied it, then nodded once. Good. They rigged reins from the golden robe and seated Cassie. The echo turned dependence into motion. The team pace doubled. Sunny jogged beside Nephis, calm, settling where panic lived before. Mobility was safety, and now they finally had it. The wind sharpened. Stop, Cassie whispered, ear to the ground. It's murmuring. A drop struck his cheek. Clouds rolled like closing fists. The sun dimmed. Shadows wouldn't hide him. They would swallow everything. Weather here was a hunter. Chapter 48. The Storm. Move, now. The sky blackened. Silver hair caught ominous light. A storm charged the maze. The shadow climbed coral. 3, maybe 4 kilometers to safety. Monsters? He asked. We cut through, Nephis said. No speeches, just math. The rain hammered in sheets. Wind screamed through crimson blades. Mud turned treacherous beneath brutes and chitin legs. They ran, Sunny leading, Nephis guarding, Cassie strapped to the echo. Lightning startled the world. Even scavengers fled or burrowed. The ground heaved. He fell, hands swallowed by slurry. Nephis yanked him up. Don't stop. Dark water punched into the labyrinth, climbing to the waist, then higher. A scavenger caught in the surge shattered like glass. Cliffs finally loomed. Behind them, a black torrent. Start climbing. Cassie dismounted. Nephis carried her. The golden rope binding them tight. Rain became knives. Rock became grease. The sea rose and struck. His grip failed, and a golden rope dropped into his hands. He held, they hauled, they climbed as one. A hand reached from above, Nephis dragging him into the ledge. They collapsed, breathless, wordless, and alive. The storm raged on. Chapter 49. Natural Element. He lay in the rain, letting the cold numb the burn. But his shadow wouldn't rest. It tugged, insistent. He rose. Nephis watched. What is it? Something's wrong. Cassie edged closer to Nephis. Lightning carved the night, and the boulders became bodies. Scavengers, still, massive, all around. The island wasn't shelter. It was a minefield. Don't move. Don't speak. This was his world. Dark, silent, and patient. No hopeless situations. Every problem had a solution. He vanished into the shadow and began to hunt. 2 steps, 1 leap, 1 precise thrust, brain and not armor. The body folded without a sound, rain masking the crack. He waited for the spell. Nothing. Silence, where triumph should be. He checked the corpse and went cold. The wound wasn't his. Something else had opened it first, one by one. He counted them. 8 scavengers, all already dead. Chapter 50. Death Trap. He circled the ridge. Shadow rock confirming the truth. Every scavenger had been ripped open, blue life washed thin by rain. He was late, or lucky. Either way, Apex was a myth. The maze loved to punish. Lightning struck, and the killer stepped out of the darkness. Black and crimson carapace, jagged, spikes, no pincers, only 2 bone scythes. One swing could bisect a scavenger. He eased back, breath held, and returned to the others. They're all dead, he whispered. Crimson Scythe did it. An awakened monster? Nephis said. What do? We kill it. Are you nuts? We can't run. Daylight will expose us. Only a surprise strike gives us a chance. We are intelligent. It is not. And we're sleepers, he argued. It's awakened. We're not ordinary sleepers, she answered. They had survived too long, fought too hard. With Nephis' blade, Sunny's echo, and first strike, they had a silver of odds. Cassie agreed. Strategy was their buff. Rain thickened. The silhouette waited. Towering scythe, slick with stormlight. He clenched the azure blade. Heart thundered in his throat. We have no choice, echoed one voice. We are intelligent, answered another. He didn't like it. He lifted his hand anyway. The fight was about to begin. Setup complete. Knowledge, terrain, and timing. Now we see if theory bleeds. And that closes chapter 41 through 50 of Shadow Slave. Sunny bets on teamwork, trades shards for skill, and learns from Nephis that combat isn't glory, it's murder. He snatches his first echo, rides the storm of the living ocean, and discovers that in the Crimson Labyrinth, even apex predators have something to fear. In these 10 chapters, survival shifts from solo grit to coordinated precision. Repetition becomes religion. prophecy turns from promise to pressure, and the environment itself takes the role of a patient killer. Sunny's joke keeps the fire lit, Nephis' clarity cuts through the panic, and Cassie's vision points them toward danger with purpose. If you enjoyed this video of Shadowslave chapters 41 to 50, don't forget to like the video, drop your thoughts on the comments, and subscribe for more. Next,